From unsolved mysteries to unexplained phenomena, from comedy gold to relationship fails, Amazon Music's got the most ad-free top podcasts, included with Prime. Because the only thing that should interrupt your listening is, well, nothing. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Before we start, please check out our new podcast, Good Sleep. Have you ever noticed how a calm mind can really set the stage for a good night's sleep? That's the idea behind our new podcast, Good Sleep. Greg, our host from Optimal Relationships Daily, is here to help ease you into a peaceful night's rest with some positive affirmations. And these affirmations aren't just comforting, they can help ease anxiety and nurture positive thoughts, setting you up for true good sleep. So press play on Good Sleep tonight because a good tomorrow starts with a good night's sleep. Just search for Good Sleep in your podcast app and be sure to pick the one from Optimal Living Daily. This is Optimal Living Daily, Embracing What Is, by Eric Teplitz of ericteplitz.com. And I'm Justin Malik. We're going to get right to today's post as we optimize your life. Embracing What Is, by Eric Teplitz of ericteplitz.com. We don't embrace a situation by focusing on every way in which it displeases us, unless doing so prompts us to take action to change it. And we don't embrace a situation by deluding ourselves that it is exactly what we want if, in fact, it is not. We embrace a situation by recognizing and taking advantage of the positive aspects of it and/or the opportunities present within it. The two examples. Number one, if you're employed but don't like your job, you might relish not having to worry about how you will earn a living this week. You can choose to appreciate the things that your paycheck allows you to afford, or the fact that without a pressing financial worry, you can devote your energy to other things. You might decide to take greater advantage of the opportunities for social connection that your job provides, or of the professional context there that may help you land a better job in the future. And number two, if you're unemployed and seeking work and can't bear the thought of spending every waking hour job hunting, you might devote more time to things that matter to you, such as your family, hobbies, volunteering, a personal project that you find meaningful, developing new skills, taking classes in subjects that interest you, reading, exercising, etc. By spending more time on things that matter to you and nurturing aspects of your life you may have neglected, you could end up positioning yourself for a satisfying employment situation further down the road. Either way, you'll reap the benefits of having made good use of your time unemployed. The common wisdom suggests that if you're unhappy with the situation, you can remedy this by either A, changing the situation, or B, changing your attitude about the situation. Sometimes we have the power to change a situation and sometimes we do not. Changing our attitude at will is not always easy, but it is doable. Whatever situation we find ourselves in, if we have the presence of mind, we can make the choice to embrace it, to actively transform it into something positive, at least in part. The situation will come and go. It's inherently temporary. Instead of focusing on how limiting a particular situation feels, why not ask, what can I do within this situation to make the most of it? Where is the opportunity here? Sometimes it takes some diligent searching or creative thinking to find the opportunities within our current situation. And some situations might appear easier for doing so than others. For instance, being stuck in traffic could be relatively easy. Rather than curse your fate, you might use the time to call a friend or listen to music, a favorite radio station, or an audiobook. Other situations like a serious illness might be more challenging, but not necessarily devoid of opportunities. Maybe you reevaluate your priorities and commit to a different lifestyle, or seize the opportunity to tell the people you love how much you love them. Of course, you don't have to wait until you're seriously ill to do either of these things, but if you are ill, you can use this as a catalyst. Each time we're successful in embracing what is, we develop this muscle further and become more resourceful. Imagine having the ability to immediately realize the opportunities in any situation and render something positive from seemingly negative circumstances. The point is not to be perfect at this. The point is to get better at it. For a wonderful example of this idea and how long it can take to master it, check out the movie Groundhog Day. The truth is, in any given moment, you can be happily or unhappily employed, unemployed, single or coupled and married, living in your current hometown, rich, poor, stuck in traffic, etc. Any of these situations you may find yourself in is temporary anyway, so you might as well appreciate whatever there is to appreciate about it and seek out and make use of the opportunities within it. It's too easy to be dissatisfied with what is. I'm as guilty as the next person of this. Seems to be human nature to some extent to take what we have for granted and to focus on that which we don't have. The grass is always greener mentality is a trap. It ensures that we will feel unhappy with any situation we find ourselves in. It's the opposite of embracing what is. You just listened to the post titled Embracing What Is by Eric Teplitz of ericteplitz.com, and I'll be right back with my commentary.
This episode is brought to you by JCPenney. Yes, JCPenney. And if you've been there recently, you know it's the place to go for jaw-dropping looks at brag-worthy prices. They've got something special for every style and budget, not to mention rewards and deals that make finding those hidden gems even sweeter. If you already shop JCPenney, you're already in on the secret. But if not, it's time to ask. Wait, am I sleeping on JCPenney? Shop jcpenney.com. Yes, JCPenney.
At Capella University, learning online doesn't mean learning alone. You'll get support from people who care about your success, like your enrollment specialist who gets to know you and the goals you'd like to achieve. You'll also get a designated academic coach who's with you throughout your entire program. Plus, career coaches are available to help you navigate your professional goals. A different future is closer than you think with Capella University. Learn more at capella.edu.
Thank you to Eric. The idea of embracing what is so simple, but it's one of those things that's really hard to remember when you're actually in a frustrating situation. It's so easy to just focus on what's wrong instead of looking for the opportunity inside of it. It actually makes me think of something that's happened a couple of times here recently. The power went out in our neighborhood. And my first reaction is always a little bit of anxiety, the internet's gone. Can't work, the lights are off, can't watch TV to pass the time. Feels like the whole evening is just on hold. It's easy to just get frustrated and sit there in the dark waiting for it to come back on. But the last time it happened, it was a bit more like Eric suggests. I asked myself, okay, what's the opportunity here? And the opportunity was quiet. No TV, no computer, no distractions, just some candles and a good conversation without phones buzzing or anything else competing for attention. It turned what could have been a really annoying situation into something that was actually kind of nice and memorable. It wasn't planned, but by embracing it, it was great instead of frustrating. I think in almost any situation, even the frustrating ones, there's usually a hidden opportunity if we just stop for a second and look for it, especially the smaller frustrations. It's a great reminder to try and find the good in what is. So thank you to Eric for this one, and thank you for taking the time to listen to this podcast and sticking around until the end. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.